She's one of my
Friday
favorites.
J's.
Sorry, I don't spend $200 on shoes.
They're awesome.
$8, that's it.
It's not bad. Hell yeah,
I
man.
just want one to,
Oh. All obvious.
uh-huh.
Two.
Suds and Buds.
Shuds and Buds.
Shuds and Buds.
Episode 9 with
Your
Father
Shudsy.
Metal. And we're drinking Ace Pineapple Craft Cider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I didn't pick it.
Oh.
I didn't either. Just so you guys know.
Hey, it might be good.
Here we go.
Pineapples.
It is actually pretty
Chicks
good.
know what's up.
Okay.
no. Is it twist off?
No.
Oh.
Even
I'm
if it was,
grinding my hand on
you
it.
use a capper.
Right.
Even
Just
if it's,
'cause.
Yeah.
It's
Even if it is
manlier.
twist off, you still.
That smells pretty good. Yeah, that smells actually.
The notes.
It's a twist off, so no sponsored cap gun.
That tastes like soda.
Man, this
No.
would get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I had it when I was in Boise, but I didn't know it was.
It's like
This would
You
seriously
ever had
get me in
pineapple
trouble.
Fanta?
I was gonna say,
Like I could.
Tastes like.
Yeah.
or pineapple Red Bull, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Pineapple
Nos?
with a little bit of Red Bull or something.
Nos?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
It's got a little bit of a zing to it.
Yeah, say
Tastes
that.
like a
Turn my
mixed
hat
drink.
backwards with that one.
Tastes like a mixed drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I was grinding my hand on it too.
So this would be like good with the. Like, I mean, any type of liquor, really. Like, you do Fireball or even throw a shot of vodka in there.
Vodka.
Vodka would be bomb.
Yeah, vodka would be pretty awesome.
It'd work because it tastes
Dude,
like
it
Red
straight
Bull.
tastes like a fucking
Yeah.
pineapple thing. That is scary.
Pineapple
Yeah.
Fanta, Greg
Yeah.
Fraser. Knock this. Here's to you guys from Walking Curb Syndrome.
5%. Yeah.
Pineapple,
That's
baby.
fucking great.
It's all this.
It's really good.
I got the ace of pineapple.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah.
What's the percentage of it?
It's 5%.
5%.
Dude, we had some nasty 4.2% beer. And like,
Yeah,
California cider.
yeah, I guess I knew it was going
I
to
don't
be
have
like
to say
that.
this like a 7 though.
This, yeah, would
Pretty
totally get me in trouble.
Oh, dude. Gluten-free and vegan.
Oh, it's gluten-free?
Vegan safe.
California made.
Oh, it's
Hell
out of California now.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I
I
don't-
like to be safe. That's okay.
not necessarily like gluten free, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
I'm on
sugar.
It
Somewhat
helps.
of a diet.
No sugar. Only 175 calories of beer.
It's like I drink bread, but this is.
If you could just mash up bread and put it in liquid form, I would totally drink it.
Oh man.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'd give
What would
that.
you give it?
I mean, not on a really IPA scale, but like flavor, like a 10. I could
that
chug
was
this
the
like
the flavor.
dude, like for real, probably
Yeah.
the best beer we've had.
So it's a scenario too, because like just sitting at a bar, this is like a 3.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you got it and it's cheap, awesome. But on the beach, this is
Oh,
like
dude,
an
this is
11 and a
good.
half. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, crank it up to 13.
He's all, move over, Bud Light line.
Yeah. Yeah, right? You're out of here.
That's a beach
Or
spirit.
what the Natty Ice has got their new one.
That doesn't sound
Natter
good.
Day.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
That doesn't sound good.
But I'll tell you, with Fernando Pineda Mango from Half Step Down, did a concert over there with him, and Kennewick, Bombshell Molly was there, and amazing concert. You know, Half Step Down is just, they're killer. This guy's
Yeah.
amazing. And we get back to his house. He's like, yeah, crash at my place, dude. Don't worry about it. Get there. I was like, hey, you got a beer? And that's what he brings me out as one of those natty, like, grapefruit things, whatever. Cracked it open, and I was like, interesting. Interesting. So, not to hate on him, but it's still natural. You know, so.
You're on. It's natural not to
You,
like it.
yeah. I mean, you get judged when you drink that stuff.
Someone's all, oh.
That guy.
It could be the best thing in the world, but you drink the nat, and it's like, ooh, that guy's.
So when you
watch
see
out for
people
him,
still
man.
reserve, the flavored still
Yeah,
reserves, you're
same
all,
thing, yeah.
Oh,
The hurricane.
Right?
you were,
Ooh.
who hurt you?
The slur, yeah. Yeah. Oh, are you okay? Do you need a hug?
I'm not okay, bro.
No, I'm not okay, man.
Yes.
I'm drinking
The
this all
hurricanes.
11
Yes.
hurricane.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously
Hurricanes are
hurt.
worse.
Oh, cheers.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Suds and buds. Help all my buds is sudsy. Love you
All my
guys.
suds or buds.
So if you guys don't know this guy, his name is Martin, but everybody knows him as Father Metal. He puts on a lot of the shows at the Third Wheel. We just do a lot of hosting, right?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's not just the third wheel. I do a lot of shows for everybody. I work throughout the valley. I try to get shows at Brock's. I help Miles and Kate there at the Crawl Space. The Crawl Space I actually named that after Free the Jester in Spokane. That was my bar. One of my first clubs I helped build.
Badass song.
Yeah, oh, it's an amazing song. It's one of their best. And I've been doing this for years, you know. I just for the love of music, man. Like, absolutely. And the Valley just needs music. Absolutely.
Right.
Everybody needs music. If you don't have music, then there just really is no point.
And when you ask someone, like, what do you listen to? He's like, everything. You're like,
Yeah.
What?
Like, I don't listen to necessarily everything. But it's mostly metal. But I work with a lot of really good groups. Tons of good groups. Mike Castle was my mentor for years.
Okay.
And, like, he taught me the ins and outs and the bads and the goods, you know.
Right.
The do's and the don'ts.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think he was the one who put this, like, listen even on the map as a tour spot for most, because of, you know, before Third Wheel, there wasn't big
There
shows
wasn't.
here.
No, there wasn't.
Like, other
anything.
than,
Just
like,
rocking on the river, and then sometimes they
Hot
got
August
stuff.
Nights.
Yeah,
but they
we
were,
did a few things here with some of the other promoters that I worked with back in the day, but yeah, it was Mike Castle really that did a lot of it. So to learn from him and like get on, I wouldn't even say the same page as him because I don't think I'll ever be like his caliber.
He's a hell of a good sound
yeah,
guy. Yeah.
I don't know sound. I'm just the guy that hosts it, and so
What up?
just let you guys know I need a good sound guy. So hit me up. I'm already looking at you. We're gonna talk.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, the new group I'm working with right now is the American Warfighters. And, man, I can't say enough about these guys. They're combat vets, and they have served our country, and they put on a hell of a show. And Cass and Joe do a great job. Dewey from Bombshell is the entertainment director, and they've asked me to work with them again for another. It's a Snake River Rock Fest. That's what it is, and
Oh, yeah,
I've
can't
done it
wait.
with them for 2 years now, and this will be my third year doing it with them. And it's, man, the first time it was good. It was about probably a 6 to 7 hour show. Last year was about 14 hours. I was on my feet corralling
Oh, I seen
musicians.
you, bro.
Yeah,
I seen you.
it was crazy. But these guys have put their trust in me to make sure that the show goes off smoothly, and I appreciate that. And just music, man. It's all what's it all about, really. I mean,
Right.
like you're saying, the Valley didn't have anything for a long time, and now we're getting to the point where,
We got
Hey.
multiple places.
yeah,
That's awesome.
no,
And
exactly.
people will come here for shows instead of having like all of us just like, oh, we have to go to Spokane or the
Yeah, or Boise.
That's
or,
what
yeah.
I'm saying, you know. And we're basically like we're put in the middle of everything. Like we're a perfect spot
Yeah, that's
for
what I'm
everybody
saying.
just to
Sound
travel
like a
through.
nice
Like, hey,
chillax show too.
Yeah.
I like going
easy.
from Spokane to Boise, every one of them. Like most
Yeah.
of the time, they're
Yeah.
playing it all both of the name
well,
festivals.
even when I lived in Boise, I worked for a couple clubs down there. The Shredder, Justin, love you, brother.
You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja
And
Turtles.
one of the best clubs ever. They have a skate ramp in there, had a little mini half pipe,
Oh,
all of like the '90s and like
I see.
early 2000 arcade games. Like they have Mortal Kombat in there. Like it's one of the best clubs there is. But being down there, I would fly up here to work with Mike Castle, and that's how much music in the Valley meant to me. I wanted to make sure that because I knew Boise was a standstill. Like
Oh, yeah.
they had music down there, no doubt about it. But the Valley always needed it. So I'd fly up for shows, and I'd come up here and do shows. You know, and I did shows with everybody up here. You know, I mean,
There's been a lot.
everybody. I mean,
I'd
to
have to
start
say-
listing the names of
Yeah.
all the bands and the artists that I worked with would
Like,
be
I,
like,
yeah, I
right.
could probably name a lot of them myself.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, absolutely. You've been there tons.
feel like
You're one of my biggest supporters. Both
Candlebox
you guys,
was
you know.
fucking one of my favorite ones.
That was a good one, man.
That
Yeah.
guy kills it. Every time I've seen him, he plays Rockin' Around the River.
Oh
too,
man, yeah.
Candlebox.
That was the
Blows
first
my
time I
mind, yeah.
got to see him live. Was at Rockin' on
Yeah,
the River.
me too.
That was
Yeah,
a great show.
My mom got her boobs signed.
Nice.
But she got to take a sign for me though, so it was cool. She didn't forget about me.
That's
So.
good. Don't forget it. It's pineapple. Yeah. We're gonna get commercial sponsors. and stuff like
Hey.
that.
Good stuff.
Nah, this is fun.
And healthy.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Healthy.
got some type of citrus in it, right? So it's got to be prevent scurvy.
Dude, it has to be like all.
Prevent
Scurvy.
For some sort of-
Prevent
Who knows?
scurvy.
The
Who
pirates
knows what
drinking
type
this,
of
dude.
stuff
They've
we got
been
coming
plundering a
back
lot
these
more
days.
ships.
Coronavirus.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't
No,
it feel
just put
by
lime in
alcohol?
it. You're good.
Hell yeah.
Fruit the beer. You're all right. I mean, don't be ashamed.
That's probably would be pretty good with a laminate, actually.
Yeah.
So is there a show that stands out to you bigger than anything you've done? Like your favorite one?
That I've done?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah.
On the low key.
Well, I mean, it depends on what spectrum you're coming from. Because my favorite show or festival that I did was last year with American Warfighters Rockin' on the River.
Oh yeah.
And it's because it was a great cause, you know. We stuffed the bus, 900 kids out of the valley got school supplies and everything. But my favorite is probably my birthday with Crash Karma.
I was just gonna
With
say
Nicky and
Crash
Ralph.
Karma, bro. These.
When I fell off the drum set. Now, I don't remember a lot of that night.
And Nikki broke the fucking cymbal that night at our.
Yeah,
She hits that thing every
I have
night.
half of that cymbal.
And she broke that thing at that
Yeah.
show. And she
Yeah.
hits it every night.
So that one stands out the best because that one kind of made a good friendship with me, Ralph, and Nikki. 'Cause that was my birthday show. It was the first time I had them on one of my shows. And after that, I called them and was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I fell off your drum set. I inverted a cymbal. Mike Castle, hero that he is, bumped the cymbal back into place. Show went on. They rocked it. But I called them, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, this and that, blah, blah. And they're like, no, we're just wondering if we can play your birthday show every year. So you guys are locked on. And we've done a handful of shows here and there, and they're just some of my favorite people. But yeah, that's probably the one that's my favorite because I had to redeem myself. And story goes, Ralph, he says, hey man, we need you to get back up on that drum set because it's been cursed ever since you fell off it. Nikki split her eye on it, and just a bunch of stuff had gone wrong with it. And so that night, one of the pictures I sent you, it was me standing up there, and that's why Nikki's holding the drum set like this, like, oh, and I'm standing up there, I'm just holding still. I'm like not even moving, you know? And Ralph's like, okay, hold it, and we're good. Curse is lifted. And I hopped down, and yeah, it seems to be, it worked. So
You're all very
Yeah,
superstitious.
man, they've blown up since I've seen them.
Oh.
I've seen them twice, and that was the second time.
yeah.
And
Oh,
man,
they have blown up for sure.
I still
They're
have all
huge.
their albums too.
Crash Karma, I love these
Right.
babies. Yeah, they're huge, man. They're huge. Got some big news coming up about them. Can't really say it right now, but I mean, we're in the works, and hopefully they'll come back and check us out and rock our valley again. And
Oh yeah.
got tons of stuff. American Warfighters, Snake River Rock Fest. Be sure you guys check this out because this is going to be a killer show. This will probably be the best show in the Pacific Northwest, the festival-wise. I mean, 2 days. It's
Oh yeah.
going to rock this valley. It'll be the best show that we've had for a long time. Don't get me wrong, Z-Rock, you guys do amazing. Mark Arnott, Lee
Oh,
McVeigh, you're the man. You guys do a great job. But this one's going to rock pretty hard.
Is that gonna be at the fairgrounds again, or is that gonna be
Yeah.
at the Rotary
Yeah,
Ground?
we'll have it,
Fairgrounds?
yeah.
Nice.
And that's, I mean, try to keep it local, you know.
When is the date of that? When is that one?
That will be August 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, August
so
8th, Snake
summer.
River Rock Fest.
Right before Chris's birthday.
Yeah.
Or right after.
It'll be a great one.
Yeah.
Pretty
Jesse's
awesome.
birthday.
Yeah, last year was awesome. The kids, that was their first show. My daughter's first show. They
Really?
played in the bouncy castle all day, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's free?
Well, and that's what I love about those guys. And we talk about those. We have meetings once a month with the American Warfighters to see what we're going to do for the next event. These guys are very organized, and they try to keep their shit together, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that was one thing that they were like, we got to have something for the kids, obviously, you know. And that was really cool about that one. And there was something for the kids to do while their parents are rocking out and
Right.
having fun, you know. And that's it, you know. These guys are doing an amazing job, like, trying to bring entertainment to the valley. And not only that, but just supporting anybody that's on their list that, you know, they feel like, hey, man, there's a veteran that needs help or there's somebody that needs help, anybody. These guys are there, and they're putting their work into. These are the guys that have their feet on the ground doing it, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Pounding sand.
How long have you been promoting shows?
My first show, I was 16, so I'll be 39 in a month.
Damn.
So yeah, figure 23 years.
Damn.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Seen a lot of fucking shows then.
I'm gonna say,
I've seen a lot of shows. I've met a lot of people. Man,
who's the biggest person you think you've met, like, on your scale? Like, you're just starstruck, like, say, what?
Zach Wild.
fuck, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Hands down.
I seen him at the pen.
I
dude.
got to high five Dime back when Damage Plan was a thing. The Knuckled Up, Rob Zombie, and Jonathan Davis.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's a hard fucking list to pick.
Did a VIP show, got in an Outfest, was it 2017, I think. Got to meet a lot of people. High five Dave Mustaine. Didn't really get to talk to him. He just was running by, and I was just lucky that he was.
Yeah.
And
You're like, I'm not watching this for a
yeah,
week.
Zach Weld, hands down, probably one of the best that I've. He's a very humble guy.
I touched his guitar, dude.
Yeah,
I felt great about
right.
that. 'Cause at the pen, that's a tiny ass venue. And he walked out to the end of the fucking, where
Dude,
the
he's
wall is.
amazing.
Yeah, he just came out and played right around there. I was like, what? Usually
Yeah.
they have security or something with them, but he.
Oh, he's a big dude, man.
Nobody's
He's a
pushing
monster,
that guy.
yeah. He's
He's
a
a-
monster,
yeah,
man. That's
he's
one thing. There's a picture with me and him, and he's literally he's got his arm out like this, and it's just across my shoulders, I'm like a little kid, like.
I love this fucking dude.
Yeah, that's exactly it
I'm
too.
not worthy.
But Slipknot's my favorite band, like hands down nowadays, man. I've been a mega
Dude,
head
yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, no.
For
First
new
time-
albums, dude.
Oh, dude, it's
Crazy.
sick.
And his
Yeah,
daughter like OD'd, and that's like
That
yeah.
was the clown. Right?
still though.
But
That's fucked up.
Keep
yeah,
fucking
I
touring
mean,
and shit.
metal lives my life, man. That's where it is. I listen to all types of music. I mean, I just had Jason Carroll at Brock's. Like, dude,
Country singer?
Yeah, huge country singer. My
Yeah.
mom loves him.
Yeah, he's pretty
God.
big.
Yeah. Which I'm like, hey, I know those songs. That's a pretty cool song, man. I like that,
He looks like a
But-
rocker, though.
Oh,
He's
man,
got
he
long
is for
hair.
sure. Him and Johnny Orr, those guys come through every time. Fucking, they nail it. They just nail it. And so I do every show, I'm not so much on the rap or the hip hop. If they got a good pull, yeah, I'll put you in the spot.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, there's just too much kind of politics with it. Everybody wants to be
Yeah.
on this side, or they got a specific thing they talk about.
There's a lot of people around here, too, that I don't know what it is. A lot of people just don't go to those shows either, so it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to promote those shows.
It is too.
Because I go to a lot of them because of my friends and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I do too.
and they promote the hell out of them, and it's still
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
a lot of people just aren't into it.
Yeah. It's a hard one to pull, and when you're in this business, that's something you gotta think about.
Like
If it
where you're
doesn't
at, it's a
If it
big.
doesn't have the magnetics, then it doesn't have the money. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like where you're
I
at is
just
a big
came up
part
with
of
that, by
it.
the way.
He's all
Write
TM.
that down.
He's also jot that down.
I feel like where you're at's a big part of it, and like being like kind of a new area,
Yeah.
just now bringing shows in for the last 5-6 years, maybe like bigger shows.
Yeah.
So that, and you're taking chance with people, like giving them a change. Like, oh, this goes over.
And that's
Right.
it too. A lot of it is these bands that come in, they're trying to get on the road, and this is one of those spots. Like, hey, if you want to get on the road, then come check it out. You can stop here on the way. You
Yeah.
know, this is one of those places where Lewiston, Idaho has so many clubs that you can play in. I mean, talk about Hogan's even.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite spots ever, because they can hold just you give them a good acoustic artist or a good 3-piece or a 4-piece, they're amazing. I mean, they even, Crimson Guardian, one of my favorite rock and roll bands from back in the day, these guys went and rocked Hogan's,
Yeah.
and they killed it. This guy had a 100-foot cord on his bass guitar. He's out in the middle of 6th Street. And these guys are just letting it rock, and
That's awesome.
you have so many good venues here in the valley that will let you do that for entertainment value, and that's big. It's not just about the bands and the music that come to it, but you got to have that entertainment value.
Right.
Your house has got to bring something to it too, because we know, and I won't say any names about clubs or any houses or anything, but we know these clubs that people just won't go to because of the stigma
Yeah.
that they have. Well, and I'm trying to turn that all around for all these clubs in this town and make sure that nobody has a stigma, because regardless of what genre you follow or what style of music you listen to or play, you should be out there. You should have a place to see your
Yeah,
stuff
play,
and have
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me, is making sure that everybody has music for them, not just
Yeah.
I mean, me, it's metal, rock and roll all the time.
This is all metal.
But, yeah. But when it comes down to it, it's not always about me. It's not about
Yeah.
what I want. I got to make sure that everybody else too.
Yeah, I've seen you. You promoted a rap show too once, I think.
Oh yeah,
right?
quite a few. Yeah.
Uh, One of the kids we had on.
There's what all day.
No, it was Project Native, I think.
Oh, my nephew Daniel. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's up and comer. He's got some strong lyrics.
I'm working with him right now.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's got some strong lyrics and everything. But again, these young guys, they want to be out there and speak what is on their head when.
Yeah, some of it
might be a little too tough, and that's again why I don't do a lot of no hate on you guys, no hating. I just don't do it because it's a lot of politicism and stuff that I don't want to.
People you have to hear back from.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, everybody's got their own opinions on everything. That's one thing you'll never.
That's like you said. That everybody has their own kind of venues in town. You know where to go if you want to watch rap,
and that's what I'm trying to do is make sure everybody has something to listen to at all times.
Yeah, that's how it is too. Like
I love that Mortal Kombat shit.
Knew it'd go over well.
It's like, this is my favorite shirt.
Yeah. I've been washing like 5 days, but
I'm
wearing it for 7.
What's Mortal Kombat? No. That was a dragon.
Guessing this one's mine?
Yeah,
yes.
I'm always the last
Again.
one to finish.
California is pineapple craft cider. I don't always drink it.
But when I do.
This is the only time I really drink it.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think of the beach. Funny story. My Uncle Dan got me a shirt when he went to Jamaica. So I went to Jamaica and I seen a bunch of fine beaches. Here's the Uncle Dan.
R.I.P.
I want to go to Jamaica. Fuck.
Man, I flew over it once.
Hey, close
You're
enough. I was like a mile above it. It counts.
If I spit, it would hit the ground.
That's what. Yeah, man. I fucking. So, do you have any shows coming up recently?
Yeah, February 14th at the Third Wheel. I have Femme Fatales. I have Limberlost, who's been to the Third Wheel before.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
They're amazing. It's an all-female night, all-female front night.
Oh, nice.
Gonna be a killer show. Limberlost, they rocked the Z-Rock, the Wars, for like 4 nights in a row here. Last time they came around. Amazing. The Shrike, Portland-based band. I did a show with them in Boise. Amazing. Then you got Sarah Wild in the Watch. This lady has an amazing voice. Like, she's got the sweetness, the sorrow, and like just the rock. Everything comes like it's natural with her.
Oh yeah.
And then also that night, if everybody's not like so into tune to going and rocking out, I have Kira Michelle, who is a amazing recording artist. She has, trust me, you look her up, you're gonna be very entertained. Like, she rocks. She's got a little bit of soul. She's got some rock and roll. And she's got a little bit of everything. And she'll be playing at Brock's the same night. So I double booked myself, but at the same time, you got to bring everybody the music that they want. So
you got to give the people what they want.
That's exactly it. And that's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, she's amazing. And we've been working on her tour. I've been working with her and her group on the tour. And it's been a blessing. I've been a little slacking on it, but I'm so busy like with everybody else.
Right.
You get 100 messages and you're like trying to go through them and be like, okay, who's there, and you end up losing some. But that, and then I think March 20th we're gonna bring down it's a special one. I can't say the name yet, but we're gonna have Bombshell Molly, I think, open up for that one, or maybe headline. Who knows what's gonna happen? But it's gonna be a great show. That should be announced soon. And I mean, there's a ton, man.
Just getting them all set them up.
Trying to get Unconfined and FTJ ready for.
You're helping out with Unconfined. You got
Yeah.
listed.
Oh, he's like
Yeah.
really good friends with you.
So hopefully, oh yeah, those are my boys. So we'll hopefully get that one, and then I mean the list just goes on. I take January off because that's what Mike Castle always did.
Yeah.
There just wasn't a big sell for shows in January, and that's he always told me. So took January off, didn't do anything in there. Well, it's right after Christmas, everybody's recovering, still paying bills. So yeah, so February is when
All
you
the
tell me
stars
when to kick off. So from March there and then out, I have I'm trying to do another tribute night where the LC Valley just hooks up and picks out a tribute band night, because that was fun. And I'm trying to do a new thing where you got an air rock band, where like you literally like get your band set up and you just air guitar, drum, sing everything, you know. Because we've done a couple of them, different formats, this and that, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Didn't they have one at the fair too or something?
Yeah, we tried it there, and it was good. I've done a couple at Brock's. We did one at Third Wheel, air guitar contest.
Yeah, that's what
like
it was.
that.
Air guitar.
Yeah. Lost my ass off to Ian Smith. You asshole.
Oh,
He actually plays guitar, so
he's
I mean, like,
good.
yeah.
He's
no.
good.
And I looked like I was just strumming, so Kevin Black says, whatever, dude.
Get out of here.
So many great artists in the Valley, though. I figure, I mean, we have untapped potential here. People just don't even know about.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, you look, Alex Black.
Yeah.
I mean, Homewrecker was a huge hit here in the Valley, like massive.
What the hell happened that
And came, toured here and there, went there and there, but we come down to, man, Alex Black now he's killing it. Sin Circus.
Oh yeah.
You boys are nailing it.
For sure.
Yeah, but
Those
you look
guys
at
get
that
big.
and so much talent in this valley. I mean, it's
Around it, yeah. Everything's growing. Everyone's got some creative shit.
Right.
yeah. Somebody always wants to do something. I mean, how many project bands do we have where there's these musicians that are
Switching
from
around.
yeah,
to other bands,
exactly.
yeah.
I mean,
Or in like 4 bands
I've been
at the
to-
same
Yeah.
time.
been to a lot of cities and worked with a lot of musicians and artists and promoters and everything, and I haven't seen anything like that we have
in
here.
one area.
Yeah. And that's because these guys, they depend on each other, is why. It's all a huge musician family.
Right.
Because you couldn't have a project band without 3 or 4 members from these 1, 2, or 3 other bands.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's what makes this valley unique.
a lot of the kids in the rap or like stuff around here. They're
Yeah.
like the guys that film them. It's like they could do a lot of stuff, and they just are like, eh. They shrug
Yep.
it off as like, you're a talented dude, and you're not doing nothing
That's
about
what
it. Sucks. Yeah. I have friends that way too. That's like really good at rapping. I have another friend that's really good at singing. They're just scared to do it in front of people.
Yeah, and I wasn't the guy that got out there on stage or anything like that for a long time, and that was Billy Flat got me to do a Walking Corpse Syndrome show, because I used to do her birthday parties at the 420 shit show. I'd get up there with Luke and those boys like before not wide stance, but brain farted. Those
Yeah.
boys, Dusty and those bitches. Love you guys. But Stroud Studios up in there in the Orchards, and I would do Billy Flat's show, and I'd sing a song with a few of these bands or whatever. And it was always just a thing. And then it came down to it. Boom, one day she asked me to host her show, and I was like, wow, I've never actually really done that, but went off. Probably not my best moments, but
Yeah.
it was fun. And in the middle of the night, Lizzie Black from Get Wrecked Entertainment says, hey, we have a show here tomorrow night. I was wondering if you wanted to host that one too. I said, absolutely. And she got up on stage and said, I don't know if he knows this, but he was like kind of inadvertently auditioning for a spot here at the Third Wheel. And what do you think? Does he got it? And the crowd went crazy. And that was where my place on stage was born. Wasn't the name Father Metal. That's a whole different story right there. But that's a whole
it's a
other
persona.
story. Yeah. Well, Father Metal comes into the story. We went up to see, Walking Corpse Syndrome in Spokane. And it's the Pantera bus with Billy Flat and Dixie and the Beards, Two Beards Industries, Little Beard and Big Beard, Taylor and Travis.
I don't like that.
So we're on our way back, and I'm preaching these guys because that's how I kind of do. I preach metal. I love talking about music. I take about the best of them. And we're on our way back, and I'm sitting there kind of sideways like this. Billy's driving and just preaching to everybody in the car, and Travis in the back, Little Beard, he's like, dude, you're kind of like a preacher of metal or something, man. He's like, you just talk about it all the time. He's like, you're like Father Metal. And I looked over at Bill and I said, holy fuck. And she said, Father fucking Metal. That's where it came from, so.
And from the phoenix and the ashes,
It was just born.
It's Father Metal.
I took hold of it. But I didn't take just hold of it as a name, be like, oh, cool, I got a cool name. but I took it as a responsibility that
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know your
it's
name.
more of a
I knew you was
persona.
Father Metal before I knew your.
a lot of people don't like. Oh, Martin. Yeah.
It's like your talking voice is a lot
Yeah.
more not growly.
Yeah. Exactly. You know.
You
Well,
sound
that-
like a metal, like a rocker
Yeah.
when you're on stage. So yeah.
Well, and that's what I try to tell everybody. You know, when I'm on stage, that's Father Metal.
Yeah.
Like right now here, you guys are just hanging with Martin. Like that's what it is. That's a stage name. I don't carry it off stage. Like sometimes I do. Like good night party and I'm like, yeah, rock you guys, rock and roll. But when it really comes down to it, it's like my stripper name.
He's all.
I don't lose my clothes, but I mean,
He's all well.
yeah.
I
Unless
haven't
you
yet.
pay me.
Yeah.
Again,
Depends on the club I'm hosting, I guess.
Man, I feel like this is a great episode.
man, I love you
It's
guys.
good having you guys.
I love watching your
or
guys'
you
shows,
on
man.
here. Yeah.
Fuck, same.
I know. I go to like
Oh.
as many as I can. Now with the
Absolutely.
2 girls, it's a little harder, but yeah.
Yeah, I hear it, man.
So do you have any like websites for
Just
Father
somebody to
Metal?
get
I got just all my Facebook stuff, Father Metal Promotions, which is soon to be changed over to Axtell Music Promotions because it's me and my wife doing it, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it should be a team effort. So I'll change that one soon. And then I have LC Villain and The Third Wheel, as always.
Oh, yeah.
And even if anything, if you just want to hang out with Martin Axtell, friend me on Facebook, and I'll delete somebody to bring
That's
them in.
it, right? It's your max friends, huh?
Rock on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just Facebook, and then you guys know where to find us: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you want to help us out, Patreon, and see you guys next Tuesday.
Pay for our beer.
Somebody buy me a beer.
I can't eat now. Oh.
Thank God, dude.
This is my meal.